To Tattoo Tune Tarot. I'm just lighting up my incense. It wouldn't work, so please give me a second. These charcoal things are amazing. Let me see that. They kind of take a life, a force of their own on. I'm feeling a lot of grounded energy. I almost feel as though somebody's feeling like there's a loss, or there's something that you have to say goodbye to that feels like a loss. But here we go. The natural incense I'm using is the Buddha. The Buddha. So, let's welcome in the energies. Clear out the old. Welcome in the new. Let's get some grounded energy going. Clear the energy force around with the singing bowl, even though I can't sing. Okay, right, let's see. First of all, that's shouting to me today is the native spirits. So let's see where we're going with the native spirits cards. Feels like a quite poignant message that wants to come out today. A lot of grounding energy. Feeling as though people have to really stabilize their emotions, stabilize their thought patterns. Things might be trying to come in to take you off that stabilization or that balance. Somebody wants to rock the balance. This could be a Libra energy, or it's asking and calling upon you. Good morning, honeybee. I'm good, thank you very much. I'm good, thank you. The native spirits are calling you to gather your tribe. Gather your tribe. Bottom of the deck for them. Medicine woman and medicine man. Medicine woman, medicine man. You know what the healing is. Gather your tribe. Speak to your tribe. Open up to your tribe. Be vulnerable with your tribe. Allow them to see you for who you are. Your light shines even in your most vulnerable days. It's good to see you too, honeybee. Thank you for being here, my darling. Energies have been quite conflicting, and they're only going to get worse. Retrograde is here. We're in the middle of 2 eclipses. I've been in kind of like a meditation mecha state. The flow of the universe I've allowed to flow through me, going like the wind. Be the river. Accept the river. Accept the flow. So let's see. Let's see what Melly Mermaid has got to say for today's message. I really feel like somebody feels as though there's a loss that they're going to really have to deal with. And I think it's a loss of choice. There's a choice that has been made here. First card, gathering your tribe underneath. The innocence. So this could be one of the old wounds of childhood, or something that you could have clung on to. A mindset. My ear's itching. My right ear, my lobe. So there's a message there for somebody. Somebody may be losing where they've been, having to walk away from a lot of family members maybe. Something to do with the innocence of a child. The magic is here for the medicine woman and the medicine man. The magic is real. The medicine man and the medicine woman that you seek, or who is within you. You are a magic being. You've gathered your tribe. The age of innocence is here. The awareness that you hold now is far deeper than the awareness that you had, which is why letting go of whatever you need to let go of now is almost like a pinnacle moment in your life that you forever look back on and say, that's the day I chose me. That's the day I chose to be my greatest version of who I am. Okay, one more wisdom oracle card. I've had channelings all morning. I've been sat outside grounding. I was going to do the reading outside, but it's a little bit blowy, and I wasn't able to kind of stabilize the table. So I thought, okay, let's take the energy of outside and bring it in. For stability, the balance. Right, okay. Wisdom of Oracle. What messages do you have for the collective today? First card that came out, In Between Worlds. So it's kind of like taking that life force from the old and bringing it into the new. Finally saying goodbye to the shadows and the darkness in the past. and welcoming in the beauty. Now we had chaos and conflict. This came back in reverse. So I'm going to take it as it, and then we have soulmates. Chaos and conflict. This came, like I said, in reverse. You now understand the chaos and conflict that you came from. The innocence of the child. The innocence of the childhood traumas. The understanding that the people that you have to stay around cannot bring you chaos and conflict. Gathering your tribe of soul, of people who are on your path. And any of those friends, relatives, truth be told, bottom of the deck, who are still within that conflict state or bring up an anxiety that make your body feel in such a way. You understand the feelings now. You understand the necessary reasons to walk away. Between worlds. So it's kind of like there is somebody that really is stepping away from everything they've ever known, or something that was very important to them, or they believed was very important to them. Something that was triggered in the age of innocence. This could be the, like I say, the old childhood wounds that you finally left behind, and lessons that have come up recently, especially with this retrograde, are coming back to haunt you. Coming back to just to see how you cope. First card, the Eight of Pentacles, because new opportunities are coming in. Now, when opportunities start showing up, the past will always come in, because the devil likes the energy of temptation to use to distract you from where you're going. So the opportunities could be very fruitful in your abundance, in your life, in whichever part of that. And there we go, contentment. So, because you're willing to walk away between the two worlds, walking away from the darkness into the colourful new world that you've had, walking away from the pain that was started back in the age of the innocence, back in that childhood state. We have lost the age of innocence, but we have gained magic. Good morning, Melissa. So by losing the innocence, that chaos and conflict, finding your new tribe, understanding I can heal myself. I'm a badass bitch. Soulmates are going to be brought in. Walking away from the old into the new. Ten of Pentacles. Contentment is here. Opportunities and contentment. All the pentacles. Then we have the Hierophant. That for me is a dead certainty. You are guaranteed something that's very abundant. The wisdom that you have gained, the knowledge that you have gained, is going to set you forth, because this comes underneath the chaos and conflict that's in reverse. So you're going to be able to see things very, very clearly. And it means that now is the time that when these energies or these forces come in, you will have the ability to sense it out. You have the knowledge, you have your tribe, and the magic is behind you. Look, and there we have it. There's the devil, the boundaries. You have the wisdom, the knowledge to cut this devil energy out. You're not going to stop the devil from leading you to temptation. The temptation to go back is far less greater now than it has ever been, because in the dark energy of the devil and those boundaries that was not in place in the past was all shadowed with a darkness. You've seen how beautiful and how colourful the light can be. This has brought you contentment, abundance. Money could be coming in. You've worked a lot on yourself. So let's see what he wants to say about this soulmate connection that is at the bottom here. So we have soulmates. Five of Swords. Let's see. What's the message with this soulmate connection? Unity. Two of Wands. So, if something or an energy of a place, person or thing comes in to try and distract you during this time, you have enough knowledge now. You are the medicine woman. You are the medicine man. You've gathered your tribe. And you understand the difference between the old vibration of the tribe that you used to belong to. But this is family, friends, work colleagues, lovers. The innocence who you were left you cold in an old place, old time, old situation. You've walked away from that. You're not accepting the chaos and the conflict. You see the magic in who you are. The magic of transferring the old energy into new. The reciprocity of who you are has grown. Opportunities have been set forth. You accepted them. And because you did, the Ten of Pentacles is here to say, well done. The Hierophant confirms everything by the higher knowledge. The Devil is the boundaries. The Two of Wands comes in with a soulmate. So there's a soulmate that wants to come to have unity with you. Two of Wands. Bottom of the deck, the Tower. So what could you be creating right now, or what could be happening within you? Things could be starting to fall away, completely and utterly falling away. Because for the first time, you've not only set your boundaries for everybody else, you've put your boundaries set forth for yourself. Aha, and here we have it. Six of Cups, Ten of Cups, final card, Two of Cups. So, something from the past that you internalized, this is within you. A situation, old place in time, something where you've seen as more of an innocent state, innocent body. The foundation of who you are internally has changed. This goes back to years and years of pain, of heartache. This is a lot to do with childhood issues, I think, and the shadow work and dealing with it. So we have union, unity, and soulmates. During this process, this is you becoming your divine masculine and feminine self. This is you internalizing the two energies of the yin and the yang. You have become aligned to you. This is a specific message to those who are going through that state of, this has got to be the beginning of the new. The end has now gone. The beginning is here. The beginning is here. The Tower moment, the Six of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Two of Cups. Two of Cups come on top of unity and soulmates. What is this unity, soulmates, and union talking about? I feel so too. But there has to be that pinnacle moment of verbalizing. Now, if the ones, if the page of Wands comes out, Two of Pentacles, ambition, then that for me is the good morning, Aubrey. Good morning. Strength. Okay, I'm only going to take the cards that's coming. We'll finish with these cards. Courage, the Star, awareness. This is all about cups. This is all about internal love, self-love, self-gratification. Doorways are opening. Your awareness to who you are with the Four of Cups. The Eight of Cups, the doorways to something that's emotionally fulfilling is here. You had the courage to fight it. You have the strength to get through this. The Two of Cups, the Star, Two of Pentacles, ambition. This is all about money and love. This is all internal abundance. By loving yourself, your abundance on the outside shows within. There's something that has changed dramatically. And it's saying your boundaries are the key. So the first card that would come out in the spread here is innocence. Then you've got boundaries. So how we started innocent. Now, innocence is all good and well. But in innocence, you can get manipulated. The belief system is not how it used to be. The boundaries have changed. You've seen the devil, you've walked with the devil, you've laid with the devil. You've sat with the devil. In the dark night of your soul, many of our toxic ways, we could have invoked the devil. We've walked paths and shadows that we're no longer ashamed of. But in the age of innocence, because the boundaries were never put into place, they allowed us to have to go through a mission of self. And the second you understood, I am walking away from the dark shadows and I'm walking into the sun, the colourful new life that I've got, you instantly walked away from the chaos and the conflict, which is why it's in reverse. You found the magic of who you are. Now, internally, this could create some tower moments because what you built is your foundation to this tower. Was built in the age of innocence. But the innocence manipulated you and brought lies, deceit. Six of Cups energy. Reliving the memories. Something from the past, especially in this, we're in retrograde. So if it's not a person, it could be a place or an emotion, a feeling, an energy that now is time for you to really let it go. You have become the medicine woman. Oh man. Doorways are opening right now because your awareness is on point. The feeling of having to say to somebody, to let it go, you have to ground it. Do not let it take your mind out of where you are. I do feel as though there's something that's whirling in, almost like the end spin cycle. We've been through one, and the final spin cycle is here, and it's kind of like keeping that washing machine grounded. Yes, it's going to rock you. Yes, it's going to shake you. But internally, you have the courage to fight this. Union towards yourself, the unity that you have, the fact that you now know how to raise your boundaries. Soulmates. And your soulmates are your tribe. Those people that you've accumulated along the way. Those people who have seen your light, recognize your light. Those people who've seen you as the light. Those people who have been your light. This is very much the energy of turning it on to such a great force that when the dark shadows come, you will radiate your own glow. Because this is all internal. The first card, those cards that I just pulled are internal. This is internally happening to you. 6 and 6 balance. You can't even make this up. 6 and 6 balance. You are who you were born to be. All you needed was the strength to believe in yourself, because the lies that you was told in the age of innocence were the devil's work for you not to be able to push yourself. The boundaries have been set in place. And the Ten of Cups is here for you to say. Joyfulness is within you. Joyful joy. Yes. Sing it, sister. So, today's energy. Stay balanced. Exactly. I did say the other day that I felt that this was coming through. I've had my twin turn back up again. My whole demeanor, who I am internally compared to what I was this time last year. And it's a year cycle that's gone past. He got out of jail on the 5th of May last year. And he was sentenced in May this year. The letters have come. My stability cannot be rocked. My understanding of who I am cannot change just because there's a letter that's come in. Words and paper and pen, they don't hold any weight with me. My internal feeling, my internal knowing knows more than what my eyes could possibly read. How you deal with a situation of understanding very much depends on what happens to you in the latter part of this year. Between these two eclipses, boundaries is the big one. Doorways will open. The innocence of the joyfulness that you hold. Walking away from chaos and conflict. The foundation that was built before is not what is here now. Your awareness is too aware. You will not get pulled back into these cycles. Look, there we go. The difficulties. This is internal, bottom of the deck. So you might be struggling with the betrayal. You need to set yourself free. Set yourself free from it. Today could be one of those awakening moments where you just think, I don't care anymore. Like, I know who I am. I know where I've come from. And this person might try and rock you today or in the next few days. But this energy is definitely something that is here and as called for me all day to be very grounded. Bottom of the deck here. Look, the truth will be told. The truth will be told. And I think somebody's going to finally see who you are. I think somebody, by you standing up in who you are, they're going to finally understand you have boundaries. The innocent person who they could manipulate no longer exists. The foundations of who you were have completely changed. You're not going to accept chaos and conflict, even if it turns up in the form of love, in the Ten of Cups, even if it turns up in the form of love. Somebody who can see far greater than today's benefit for tomorrow's gratitude and longevity is much more apparent now. They can see how aware you are. This is somebody who was a soulmate. So this person who's coming in, there was a soulmate. But to what degree was that soulmate? Because soulmates can come in to learn your lessons. They're not always here to be a blessing. But when you've learnt the lesson, it turns into a blessing. So somebody might even use that, but we're soulmates. We're meant to be together. You can love somebody unconditionally internally and let them go and never have to go back because they learnt you the best lessons that you ever needed to learn. These people were brought in to make you see who you were and how unnatural it felt in the moments where you didn't want to speak your own truth, whereas now you will. This is gathering the last bit of information all together and kind of like putting it in the knapsack ready to put away is kind of what I'm seeing. Like the fool has got that bag on the back and gathering everything I know. And that's what the fool does. The fool learns its lessons, puts it all in the knapsack. They tie it up. They put it on their thing and they say, okay, I'm ready to go. This is tying up the old strings of karma. This is tying up the old way of you allowing people to treat you, of allowing yourself to be put into situations. You will then repel those things because you've learnt them and you're going to go on your merry way. You might not know where you're going, but you know where you've been. And the fact that it's packing up my own shit, tie it with a bow, and I'm gone. It's a very calming energy, a very peaceful melatonin to it all. So I'm going to get a few more cards now. Where are we going with this? Where are we going? Let's see. We're going to go with the love for all seasons. I believe that this is the biggest turning point in the collective. And unity internally is going to bring unity on an outside perspective. The divine masculine and feminine within each of us has kind of found the peace. The one cannot rock the other one and the other one cannot destabilize it. It's an understanding and awareness of who we are in the shadows of the age of innocence and accepting who we were. And understanding the devil traits and toxic ways that we portrayed by not having boundaries allowed these people to come in. It's kind of like having a fishing net, but you only want to catch certain size fish, but you don't know how to put the boundaries in for the net to be able to catch the kind of fish that you want. So you're just putting your net in and hoping, and you keep catching the same kind of fish. That energy is finished. Passion. Put your heart and your soul into something. Find your passion. This could be you. Passionately feeling who you are. And now it's calling you to pick up your peacock feathers. Shine them bright. Shine bright tonight. Somebody is seeing you for who you are. Show them who you really are and go for it. And I told you this. Because of who you are, somebody's going to say to you, you've changed. They've seen how you have dispelled the toxicities. And no matter how much they come in, you've forgiven the past, you've forgiven yourself. It cannot be used as a dagger against you anymore. Come away from my door with that, please. Sorry, my child's on YouTube. Bottom of the deck. Make your wish. Your loved ones are always with you. And set purposeful intent. And always follow your heart. Do not do anything right now that is out of anger, out of anything other than pure love. Because it's going to show itself back up. And I don't necessarily mean this person or place, but what you put out, you get back in. And I've, for the last few days, very much felt like what you are doing now is kind of laying the seeds for what comes in August. I'm not sure what is happening in August. I haven't looked into it deeply on the astrological chart, but I know something, especially with the 144s, with the twin flames, with the collective, is very much going to turn up. Now, because I've said the word, I'm going to bring out the cards. So this is for all of you who feel this internal alignment. Even if you have to walk away from the person who you believed was your person, regardless. It doesn't matter who they are. You now recognize who you are. The twin flame is not so much about the other person anymore, but in the flame that they started within you, that they mirrored towards you, that you had to heal. That in itself is a beautiful connection, and you was blessed to be able to be one of those people whose light was shone in the darkest of moments to shine the light for the others to come through now. It's kind of like the last bus is calling, and it's time to step on that boat. Or the bus. Before the ship sails. You're offering your light out to people now that is going to change their lives. You're going to help the unawakened. You're going to help them deal with pride and ego. Soulmates came out twice. So maybe by helping shine your light in somewhere else, the unawakened, the pride and the ego, this could be a soulmate that has come back. He's still unawakened. They live from their pride and their ego. But you recognize this because of who you are. You're divinely guided, divinely protected. You're refocusing, reinventing who you are. And all the time you are healing the vibes. We are chosen to go through the pain and the conflict and the hurt because our soul had to understand who we were. For so many years, I think we looked at other people to value us, and all they did was devalue us. One card is out. Are we going to have any more? Okay. Okay, last one. All done. Okay, third party switched as I went to put the cards down. What did I say? This is all to do with your inner child. The whole reading feels as though you finally accomplished the work of innocence, of those boundaries that were never put into place, of you unlearning all of those dark woes that are put on top of you. So this person could come back in to maybe trigger those inner childhood memories or the inner child wounds, thinking that they can still manipulate you, and that maybe the innocence of how you fell in love with them or who you were, they could still get you because your boundaries were not in place back then. But the last card that we pulled there was the devil and the boundaries. You've now learnt your boundaries. You recognize vibrations. Then we had third party. We had third party come out. This person could have learned you the understanding of what a third party was. That you are good enough to be the only one. You are good enough to choose somebody who isn't on drugs or drinking. You are good enough to be chosen first, and you do not have to be somebody's second choice, second guessing. So if you was raised in a household or a family where you weren't heard in the age of innocence, where your love had to be, you had to kind of gain your love and it wasn't instinctively given, or you had to fight for something, or you had to change who you was for other people to accept you. Therefore, you accepted far less from them than what you should have. Third party may have always shown up in your relationships. Be this drugs, alcohol, addictions, work, other women, other men. The healing from that has now finished. And the first thing they're going to come in and see is the boundaries that you've now put into place. Now, nobody's saying that those boundaries and that person cannot go away and come back. And I told you, I've got this thing about August. So I believe that if you have set these bars and somebody comes into you and you say, no, this is who I am, you are either asking that person, well, that person is going to leave because they can no longer get to you. Their replacement, or if it's your twin, is finally going to see, I'm going to lose you for good, and the pull's going to be here for them to want to turn back up in what I call the iconic, the window, the Leo portal. Because I've got August. Or your person who you're meant to be with is going to turn up in between now and then. But at the moment, we're all going through this epilogue of changing faces is what I'm seeing. Changing faces. Not the one that you wear, but the one that other people see. So we've got deception, destruction, and devotion. See? The tower moments. The deception. You're not going to allow that no more. You're not devoted to somebody. The deception and the destruction was all part of this third-party energy that you had to heal. This is your past. This is your lessons. This is what you've overcome. This is why you now know who you are. And recognizing who you are doesn't matter who anybody else is. It makes absolutely no difference whatsoever. This is somebody really coming into their own and coming into their light. So, whoever they are that is going to try and weasel their way back in this retrograde energy that we've got between now and the 2nd of June. Just know that you have the ability, you have the strength. This person was a soulmate. But soulmates are here to learn us some lessons. Not always good ones. And look, that soulmate there has bitten its other's head off. Or it hasn't got its own brain. Hi, Ruth. And did you? I'm in need of a new tattoo. I need to find a nice tattoo artist in England. Let's see. Last one to finish it all off. Let's get some of these ones. Let's get some of the, what are they called? The Rebel deck. Let's get a couple from the Rebel deck. Let's see what the Rebel deck wants to say. Throw some humour into the day. I'm feeling very melatonined, like it's very much flowing. What does the Rebel deck want to say? Okay, well, we've got 3, so we're just going to take those 3, whatever they are. You need some fucking time alone. And you know why. So, that grounding energy. You are here for a reason. Don't fuck it up. You know what you're here for. You know who you are. Do not let this soulmate from the past who's coming in to cause some kind of destruction and who's got deception all around them take you away from where you are. Your ancestors are cool. Ancient shit is cool. Ancient shit is cool. So go with it. On that note, I'm going to leave it there. This is fantastic energy and exactly what I kind of felt was coming through. So I hope you feel it. I hope you embrace it. And I hope you know how magical you really are. And those old situations and persons and places and things have cycled out. And the more they cycle out, the less we have to deal with them. So it's almost like goodbye to the past. Your inner child is thanking you right now. Oh, I'm getting the shivers. Your inner child is thanking you for showing them the garden to peace. Your inner child wants to embrace the sun, walk on that cool grass, and it's going to send you a blessing because they're finally free. On that note, I'm going to say good night, good morning, and I'll see you later. Namaste.